Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
Oh boy, Half-Life 2 was a masterpiece, and Valve has big shoes to fill with the sequels, so they were supposed to conclude with the Episodic Trilogy because they wanted to release it in short bursts, which they still haven't finished it. Taking on such a task as Half-Life 3 was daunting, so they needed to take it slow to see if they were doing it right. Episode 1 was mixed, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2 was received fairly well. Episode 3 never came out, and I don't think it ever will, but Episode 3 isn't today's topic. Episode 1 and Episode 2 is our topic. Let's start with Episode 1 because chronology. Half-Life 2 left us on a mediocre ending, and I think it worked well for setting up a sequel, but what we got was a start to a series that would never be complete. After Gordon is about to be put into stasis, the Vortigons stop the G-Man from taking you and saves Alex Vance in the process. This is such a great beginning to a game, and it sets the tones and adds a bit more character to the G-Man himself. When you wake up, Dog is digging you out of the rubble. Alex gives you a big old hug too. Thanks. I kinda needed that. Right off the bat, Episode 1 adds drama and reason for the situations to come. Alex's character was fleshed out even more so in this game, because she was once just a flat character who showed some emotion, but very little. She was turned into a more emotional character as a result. I genuinely think this is a great decision on Valve's part to give the characters more emotion. Eli Vance really shines in Episode 2. These games have top-notch voice acting. Not as good as Halo 2's. Things in Episode 1 are chaotic, as the Resistance is still full on war with the Combine, which further emphasizes the emotional side of many characters, Alex and Eli specifically, because that part at the beginning where Eli is very concerned about Gordon and Alex being so close to the Citadel, his response to this is very convincing, and he says that he will be praying for Alex to make it out okay. It's disheartening and fantastic. While I'm not a man of God and I never believed in God and I never will, and I feel nothing when someone says they're praying for me, but the scene is great and I do feel something for the characters. Episode 1 has good pacing, with the beginning showing more emotion to the characters, but instead of getting your crowbar as the first weapon, you get the gravity gun. When Dog throws the van with you and Alex into the Citadel, it's truly a shocking moment, but when you get the supercharged gravity gun and just tear through, it's just truly an awesome moment. It's not as good as Half-Life 2's super gravity gun moment, that I forgot to mention in my previous video. My apologies, but that part was truly a spectacle of magnificent pacing. Just like it is here. It's the most powerful weapon, but that barely matters because you only use it for a short amount of time. Then it goes away. Damn it. You feel relieved that you are leaving the Citadel at last, but your train derails and leads into easily the worst part of the game. The chapter Lowlife. This fucking level is absolutely dreadful because you can't see shit and you don't have a lot of ammo here. Also, fuck the one free bullet achievement. I will never try that ever. I tried to do it once, but I failed. Lowlife is the only shit level in the Half-Life 2 trilogy, since it's pitch black and there is zombies just fucking everywhere. This level is annoying as fuck, especially the zombine enemies. These guys are the most annoying fucking zombie variant because they pull grenades out and charge at you. No, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it! I also hate the fast zombies. These guys just butt fuck you whenever they see you, and they're damn fast. Fuck them. I hate them. The only fun zombies to fight are the normal ones, because they aren't charging at you with grenades or charging at you and butt-fucking you so hard. This level also introduces flares, which I fucking hate using. And they made Black Mesa worse because you didn't get the crowbar after the Resonance Cascade now. You have to use the flares if I'm not mistaken. That is something that makes me not want to play the intro chapters of Black Mesa. Fucking flares. If you want to use flares as a weapon in video games, then fucking play Blood. Lowlife sucks. I actually remember disliking more levels in Episode 1 than liking them, but after Lone Life is the pinnacle of Episode 1. Urban Fight. The best combat encounters are here, the best music tracks, and the best weapons are given, except for the Magnum.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
But alas, Urban Fight is one of my favorite Half-Life levels. Seriously, this level is just batshit crazy, with unique situations and levels. It's mainly standard shooting, but it's good standard shooting. I think Urban Fight is slightly better than Follow Freeman, but Follow Freeman had LG Orbifold, so... But after Urban Fight is Exit 17, and that level just... It just fucking sucks. The level is just one giant escort mission, and Alex makes a statement that just baffles me. When there are no enemies and it's super easy, Alex states...
Well, that wasn't so hard. We should have brought everyone over at once.
Fucking roll.
Yeah, I wrote a Half-Life game. Suck it. You should have brought everyone over at once. This is just pointless padding. Episode 1 atmosphere isn't as poignant. It's mostly action, and that is why Episode 1 isn't as regarded as highly, because it's not as dark and grueling as Half-Life 2 or Episode 2 for that matter. But at least there is some god-tier music. My favorite song, Guard Down, plays during Urban Fight. Listen to it. It's awesome. Final complaints. The AI was improved, but that escort mission is just... It's shit. And the AI doesn't stay close to the guy with the big fucking guns. Instead, they fall behind and act like retards. The Combines still throw their lives away to chip at your health bar. And the shooting isn't that fun here. But Episode 1 is still a worthy contender in this masterpiece of a franchise. Which brings me... Episode 2 starts where Episode 1 left off. The train you were on derails and crashes near White Forest. Alex and Gordon have to get to White Forest and give this data to Dr. Kleiner and Dr. Magnuson. So when Alex helps you out of the train, it's time to get moving, but the Combine is opening a portal to call for help. But after contacting Eli Vance, you need to get to White Forest immediately, because the information that Alex has could decide the fate of humanity itself. So when you try to find a way on foot to White Forest, Alex is injured by a Combine hunter. A Vortigaunt saves you, and you have to help the Vortigaunt to the mines to help Alex. But the Vortigaunt can't do it alone, so he summons his kin with just the coolest fucking long distance call ever.
Conjure, let me summon my kin.
Yeah, that is fucking awesome. which then means Alex is healed with the help of Gordon and the Vortigaunts. Then you and Alex make it to White Forest, and it turns out the information was a super weapon with the name Borealis from Aperture Science. Well, shit, Portal and Half-Life are part of the same universe. Valve weren't banging rocks together, they knew what the fuck they were doing. I won't spoil the ending, you'll have to experience that shit for yourself. It's just awesome. Episode 2 is mainly tower defense sections. That sounds bad, but hear me out. Each of these sections are all unique in their own way. One minute you're underneath the surface shooting antlions, and the next minute you're holding out as long as you can against striders and hunters. You'd think I hate fighting striders still, but in this game, it's got a new weapon called the Magnuson device, which is a remote detonation sticky bomb that you can shoot at the strider and it will latch onto the hull. All you have to do is shoot the bomb with any weapon to detonate it, and it's super satisfying to pull off, and it never gets old. I don't have a favorite of these sections, as I all love them, but the antlion one is really cool, because just when the Vortigaunts can arrive, just when you thought all the antlions were gone, but no, you're surrounded by 3 lights on all tunnel, then the music kicks in. This section is truly awesome and I love it, but the section that follows is tedious and boring. Guiding the Vortigaunt through the mines is fucking dull, with little verticality to behold, and it's just lame. But Freeman Pontifex is better, because that's when you get the car. Riding shotgun is the water hazard or Highway 17 of the Episodic trilogy. I like driving the car, it's pretty fun, but Under the Radar is cool, because you gotta sneak under an automated turret to the control center and blow it up with a fucking grenade. But when you head back out with the car, you are trapped by the Combine in my least favorite tower defense section. This part is tedious and fuck it hard. When you get to White Forest, things pick up in the chapter Our Mutual Fiend. Or is it friend? Because Eli Vance says it's mutual friend. So is this a typo? The fact that I don't know is irrelevant. Because the final tower defense sections are just beautiful. Because one inside the resistance base is good, and the one using the car and sticky bombs is fucking awesome. But when you use the car, you could barely tap Combine Hunter and they will die. This part is awesome. The final chapter is very sad, but I don't want to spoil that for you. That's for you to experience on your own, because I've already spoiled too much. My main complaints with Episode 2, or mainly Half-Life 2's design in general, I really want to let loose on how shit the weapons look in Half-Life 2, and they were never fixed for Episode 2, which is bullshit. Here's some footage of the Half-Life 2 weapons on PC at a higher view model FOV, and let me show you how lazy Valve was. Look at the gravity gun, it's so unfinished. Valve didn't bother to make the gravity gun complete. Gordon's left arm just disappears when you pull the gravity gun at view model 54, while looking straight up and you can see right through his arm. Also, look at the crossbow. It has no handle, and it's missing the second wheel, and it's a compound crossbow. The shotgun also has no handle, and when you reload it, when looking straight up, there's a shell beneath the shotgun, and you just pull the same one up 6 times and it falls back down to this spot.
It's real, come on!
Also, when you reload the pistol, the magazine drops and you grab the same one and put it back in.
Fucking real! What the fuck is going on?
The rocket launcher doesn't have a reload animation. It's just you moving it down and back up a little.
Fucking real!
Why do the grenades look so awkward? Why is it when you pull them out, Gordon immediately pulls the pin and there's no fuse?
That just makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, Valve does not know how guns work, because the SMG fires grenades, but there is no grenade launcher attached. The crowbar is fine, but it looks stiff. The animations in Half-Life 2 have always looked stiff. Anybody from Crowbar Collective that comes across these videos, if you make a Half-Life 2 remake, make the guns make sense, please. Just don't be like Valve. Zen looks fucking awesome. I know you'll do great work. Gunplay wasn't fixed. Enemies are still bullet spongy zombies that don't react to being shot. Gordon still doesn't have a character model, which is fucking dumb. I mean, I love Half-Life, but dear God does it have too many cut corners throughout the franchise. I'm sorry Half-Life 2 has great sequels. I honestly cannot wait to see what Project Borealis and Boreal Aleph are like. I am anxious to see what these mods and games have in store. Black Mesa looks epic. Zen looks beautiful, and honestly, it makes the old Zen look like shit. But they better not fuck up Interloper, the best Zen level, that's for sure. But Episode 1 and Episode 2 get a 7 out of 10. Not as good as Half-Life 1 or Half-Life 2, but still amazing creations. Well, that just about wraps her up. All the Half-Life games are done, except for the expansion packs that I can't play, because they're not in Half-Life Source, and my computer cannot record the gold source versions of Half-Life, which is really unfortunate. I prefer those versions. No, I don't. But, yeah, I'm done reviewing Half-Life. That was the Episodic Trilogy, reviewed at Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 1, so I'm moving on. There's other games that I gotta look at, and there's other things that people want me to look at. So I think next video I'll do Minecraft or Fortnite. But until now, this is where I get off.
Fucking real! What the fuck is going on?